Okay, we should be live. Um, Thank you everyone for tuning in. It's raining in Imola right now. Um, yeah, really looking forward to the race because because it's rain and it's such an old school circuit. There's no runoff areas, so it's no margin for error. It's going to be really interesting how the drivers cope with this race because rain at Imola is very difficult to deal with. They've never driven in the wet in these current cars, so maybe there's something that they don't know yet. Um, and I mean, it's just crazy, isn't it? Yeah, it's raining, so yeah. I mean, any Formula One race when it's raining is really good. So yeah, because no one knows where they're meant to brake for turn one. No one knows how much grip they're gonna have on the entry onto turn one or any of the corners, and it's just gonna be uh, who is the Rainmaster's going to come out. So maybe Vettel can get his podium today. But yeah, it's going to be really interesting because um, both Aston Martins have got brakes that are on fire. So they've melted the shrouds of the brakes, and Aston Martin are going to have to replace them in 15 minutes. But it usually takes 20 minutes, so they're going to have to hurry up and do it really quickly before the FIA come and stop them. But yeah, it's gonna be. This is gonna be a really good race, guys. So everyone, strap yourselves in and get some popcorn because we're about to see one of the. I think we're gonna see one of the best races in 2021. And then if it stops raining, the switch from the dries to the wets is also going to be absolutely like really interesting as well. Yeah, it's absolute chaos on on the grid because there is rain. Like, oh my god, did anyone expect that? I mean, we were all checking the weather, but the chance of rain was going down and down by each day. But then it's raining today. It's raining. Oh my god. Yeah. So let's get ready to go into. Let's get ready to watch this race. The race will start in 15 minutes. Um, but yeah, there's a lot to look forward to because um, we've got Yuki Tsunoda with the first time in the wet in an F1 car, and he's starting dead last. So if he can make up places, that would be good. We'll see his performance in the wet as well, because a mark of a good driver is that they're able to drive in the wet, and if Yuki can drive in the wet, um, that'll definitely prove him to be a really good driver. So yeah, this is going to be a very interesting race. I mean, none of the teams prepare for this because, well, they have no data because they can't just make it magically rain, right? But they have no data, so it's just pure driver skill of who's gonna come out on top. This is going to be so interesting. There is so much they can like do so much. They have to change all of the cooling of the brakes of the radiators to make sure that they have the optimal settings for the whole race. But some parts of the track have got standing water, some parts are completely dry, so they're going to have to be careful of the standing water. And then we're going to see if people are going to be on the mediums or if people are going to be on the wets because, um, yeah, it is raining, Mandar. Yeah, it is raining. So, yeah, we're going to have a very good race here. Um, because no one knows what tyres they should be using, if they should be using intermediates or if they should be using wets, because well, no one's driven in the wet in these cars and at Imola. And the last time they were at Imola was last year, but then before that it was in like the 2000s, 2000 like pre 2010. So they've got very old data, and I doubt it even rained for. It didn't rain for. I don't think it rained that much when they were at Imola as well. So we're gonna get some really good racing here today, hopefully. Yeah, so if Aston Martin can fix their brake issues, we have a chance of Vettel. Remember the last time we had a wet race, Vettel got podium in Turkey, and then the last time we had a wet race, 2019 Germany, that was also Vettel got a podium from starting dead last. So maybe there's a chance, that Vettel can snatch a podium out of nowhere because Aston Martin are nowhere near the front. But if they can get a good, I mean, they've got Vettel as a driver. Vettel won in a Toro Rosso in the rain, so like on pure skill, there was no safety car or anything. It was just Vettel in the rain, pure skill, 2006 in a Toro Rosso, and he won. So Vettel's really good in the rain. So is Hamilton. So is Verstappen actually. Verstappen, if you guys remember in 2016 in Brazil, his rain performance was absolutely outstanding. It was like his first year in F1, and it was pretty heavy rain. Loads of drivers were getting caught out, and Verstappen managed to drive through, come out safely. He had that one massive drift. You might have seen it, but yeah, it's gonna be really interesting. So, what are your guys' bold prediction for today's race? Because we have rain. So who do you think is gonna snatch a podium? Maybe. Who do you think is gonna make a mistake and like crash out? It's all to play for. But shall I tell you what? It's raining, and we've got Nikita Mazepin on the circuit. It does not look very good for the people around him, if we're being honest, because Mazepin might just lock up into turn one and just take everyone else out with him, and that would not be very nice, if we're being frankly honest. So yeah, this is going to be a really good race. So are you guys excited as I am? Can you guys hear me as well? I think you should be able to hear me because I can see the mic volume levels going up and down, but I'd just like to make sure. Yep, so yep, you can hear me, that's great, thank you, Mandar. Nice to see that you're back for this stream as well. Yep, really it's great that we've got fans that are here every single weekend, every single stream. Got the best fans, F1 Gamer, best fans in the world. Yeah. So, yeah, what are you guys looking forward to? And we've also got Norris and Bottas have to push forward because they're both underqualified where they should be. So they're going to have to get a good race. But if we remember last year in Turkey, Bottas had an absolutely shocking race, like absolutely horrific. He had like 20 spins or something and finished like dead last, out of the points, got lapped by Hamilton. Yeah, it was just absolutely shocking, Bottas's last performance in the rain. But he did have damage on the steering arm, so that is some sort of consolation. So we are going to get really good race here today, really good race. Alright, we got 19 viewers. Thank you everyone for tuning in, I really appreciate it. If you guys could like the stream as well, we could... we got 25 viewers. Yeah, if you guys could like the stream, and then we'd get extra, and then more people would come, and then we'll have more people in the stream, and that would just be a win-win situation for everyone. So yeah, still raining at Imola, and there's still standing water on the track, so it looks like we're going to have one hell of an interesting race, to be honest. Yeah, Norris is saying that it's going to be a very long race. And Norris says it's more exciting as well. But it's going to be really interesting because the strategy is going to be really important as well, like switching between the wets and the intermediates, and switching between the inters and the dries as well. Someone might go for a bold call straight from the wets straight to the dries. Who knows, really? So yeah, what are you guys looking forward to? Which driver do you want to do really well? So yeah, if you guys, everyone's gonna have a really good race. But we've got the McLarens lining up next to each other, and we've got the Red Bulls lining up next to each other as well. So we don't want any inter-team crashes, Checo has a where can you watch the full stream? I can't. I don't know. But you've got my live stream, so you've got all the data. Like I can show you. We can get extra data for the RPMs and the revs and the speeds of each driver. So this stream's pretty good. But Perez in 2019 in Germany, if you remember, he just binned it on the start of the race. So I think he's going to be more cautious for this race for sure, because especially since he's starting P2. Aston Martin's the Aston Martin brakes are getting replaced. So yeah, they need to get their brakes replaced very quickly. Okay, so according to the weather report, we have the race starts in 9 minutes. According to the radio from the race, according to the weather radar, the rain's gonna stop in the next 15 minutes. So it might be a bet to just go out on inters, so you don't have to take the extra pit stop from the wets. But who really knows, to be honest? It's just going to be a very interesting race for the strategists, for the fans, for the drivers, for everyone. This is why wet races are so good, you know. I think F1 should rearrange all of the race times so we're more likely to get races in the wet. Yep, it's raining. It's raining. Yep. Hello, Top Gaming. Yep, it's raining, guys. There's standing water all over the track. Yeah, I think if you guys saw the title, maybe it might not have updated yet, but in the title as well, it's raining. So yeah, it's raining. Oh my god. Yeah, it's going to be you have to get a very, very good start as well. It's quite likely that some of the drivers are going to be starting in like second and third gear. So they get less wheel spin on the exit on the start of the race. Yeah, I don't know what I'm saying, but yeah, it looks like they might win a race. Perez might, but he hasn't. But yeah, Perez is still a very good driver, and he thinks he might be able to pull one out of the bag. You know, if he can get a good start, get ahead of Hamilton, and then he can just pull away from there because he will have the most visibility. Remember, guys, whoever's in front has all of the visibility on the track, and everyone else who's behind has literally no visibility whatsoever. So if you get into P1 on turn 1, you have such a big advantage over everyone else because you actually see where the track is, unlike everything else. So yeah. Alright, we've got 32 viewers. Thank you everyone for tuning in. I really appreciate it. Yeah. If you guys could like the stream, that would be great. Yeah, I know. I didn't know it was raining as well. I only checked like a few minutes ago. But yeah, it's raining. Like, oh my god. This is going to be a good race. So the race is starting in 5 minutes or so. 5 minutes for the race to start. So yeah, if you guys could if you guys have got any friends that watch F1, be sure to send them the link to the stream. And if you guys go on my Twitter as well and retweet my tweet about the stream, then that would be very, very much appreciated as well. So yeah, we got loads of. This is going to be great. It's going to be a really, really good race. Let's hope the rain carries on a bit more into the race so we get some interesting strategy, because then it would be like Hungary last year. I think I think it was last year where remember Verstappen binned it into before the start of the race into the wall, but then they fixed the car and then it was just a bit wet at the start of the race, but then it just turned into a dry race. So ideally, we'd want like 20 minutes of rain into the race, and then they can stop and we'll get some interesting strategy. But yeah, I didn't know why the bot has done that twice, but I'll remove that from the chat. All right. So what do you guys think? Who do you think is going to be who do you think is going to be um, P1? Put your predictions in now, and then we'll scroll up. Yeah, if it stops and then goes dry and then starts raining again, that would be really good. On the you mean the Project One, the one that Nico Rosberg is buying. I think I saw his YouTube video on it. It's a really crazy car. Like it's got the acceleration of an F1 car, but it's still a road car. Like the engineering that's gone into making it road legal is absolutely crazy. You're better on Hamilton. Oh, you're playing it safe here. Well, yeah. I mean, Hamilton is very good in the rain, but who knows? If this race, Alonso is back on the grid. Alonso could go diving all around um, the track and getting loads of overtakes in. So So yeah, what are you guys looking forward to on the stream? Which drive are you looking forward to the most? Yep. So the race will be starting in 3 minutes. 3 minutes till the race starts. 3 minutes, and then we will be racing. And it looks like we'll be having a standing start, not a safety car start. So yeah, looking forward to Norris. I think Checo can be P1. Yeah. Wait, let me just read these chat messages. Yeah, it does get pretty boring. We we want Verstappen to win. To be honest, well, we want a battle for the lead. Whatever it is, whoever